My name is Frank Rich, and I'm film critic of the New York Post. But today I'm going to be talking with Steve Sondheim and with John Weidman, the author of the book of Pacific Overtures, at Sondheim's house in the Turtle Bay section of Manhattan. It seems to me that the most important event in the show is the treaty that Commodore Perry negotiated with the Japanese when he was finally permitted to come on shore. Yet it's handled in a very unusual way for a dramatic event.
Yeah, we handle it in a bleak way. The actual negotiations, the signing of the treaty is never seen on stage. Instead, it's handled musically through a song, and I guess Steve is the best person to tell you about that.
John informed us that nothing dramatic at all happened in the Treaty House, which left us with a large hole and two choices. One is to make up our own history or to invent something. And out of that discussion that day came the notion of somebody's memory. We would flash forward in time, perhaps, and an old man would come out. It would be theoretically around like 1900, but it wouldn't be stated. And he would remember what happened, and his younger self, a young boy, would materialize, and we'd see the event through the eyes of both of them. And then we decided that we had this possibility also of having a warrior under the... Was that based on a historical?
Yeah, in fact,
truth?
the Japanese had secreted 2 or 3 samurais under the floorboards with instructions to come up through the floorboards in the event of American treachery inside the house.
I see. So they were just eavesdroppers.
Yes.
Where do you sit down? Do you go to the piano, or do you...
Sometimes you write... I keep music paper next to the yellow pads. I write on legal sheets of this sort. Endless pieces of paper. And I keep music paper so that if I... It's better to compose in your head. Mm-hmm. It's not easy because it's easier to go to a piano and fiddle. The problem with writing at the piano is that your fingers tend to fall in the same patterns that they've fallen into 150 times before. I have favorite chords. Right. And if I just sit at the piano, they'll show up, and they do indeed, because I write a lot at the piano. But I try to write in my head, and that way you can think of fresher ideas, and you're not limited by your own piano technique. As I started to write, this was just kind of free association, and I thought, what is the old man really talking about, apart from not remembering and not being able to climb a tree? And I wrote down, it's the details that count. Outsiders see details. Insiders aren't objective. I noticed everything, he would say proudly. I didn't miss anything. That remarkable day. And then that went on to everything affects everything. If I hadn't been there, it might have been different. Who's to say? I was part of it. And that accounts for the refrain, the fragment of the day refrain in the song. And then it was just a matter of working it out. One of the qualities of Japanese music, or let's call it Oriental music, that wasn't being taken advantage of enough in the score was its relentlessness, how it goes on and on and on. And I thought, I'd like to write a song, see how long I can sustain interest by taking an accompaniment figure and just having it go on over and over and over again with the tiniest changes in it. And I thought I would use that beat to bum, 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 throughout, but breaking it up different ways, so that as it develops, it gets to... Which sounds different, but isn't. And then I thought, supposing I kept that up with just little variations, just dipping down every now and then to a note, or going up. And then I thought, I will keep it, as he gets more and more desperate, it will grow a little bit, but it will get to be a crescendo, which would last for 66 bars, because that's how long it takes. And then vary it by the introduction of other tones into it, but keeping the rhythm going all the time. You'd hit the tonic, and it would be the first time you'd state the key of the song. With the same rhythm. And vary it every now and then. He's going... in a tree, I am 10, I am in a tree. And just for a little variation, hitting down. Or small variations like that, but essentially keeping that rhythm up all the way through the song. And it gave a relentlessness to it and stretched out the time and got into what I think is the musical equivalent of the philosophical idea of the song, which is history. It's about history. It was fun to try to write something that, at the time that I started, seemed like an impossible assignment. How do you write a trio about nothing? And then when you decide, I know, I'm going to write about nothing, that's a very exciting moment. Because it's a song about, literally, nothingness and about everythingness. I played it for John one night. John was my first audience, which is usual. I usually play for a collaborator first. But by this time, I'd fallen in love with the song, and I was so emotional about it, I thought I can't possibly play it for him. So I sat at the piano and started to cry before my hands hit the keys, which rather intimidated him.
Did you like the song?
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, it really knocked me out.
He said the only sentence that mattered. He said, that's the best you've written so far, and that's all I wanted to hear. That's all. It was about the 7th song. And in fact, he hedged a little more. He said, I think that's the best song you've written. And he said it with a question mark, meaning, I think it's the best song you've written, but I don't want to say it in case you don't think it's the best song you've written. But it is my favorite song, I guess, of anything I've written. The song always moves me, whether I'm singing it or not, and whether it's on a piano or in the orchestra. And it's just, it's a personal feeling.
Pardon me, I was there.
You were where?
At the treaty house.
At that treaty house.
There was a tree.
Which was where?
Very near.
Over here.
Over there, but there were trees then everywhere. May I show you? There were trees then everywhere.
But you were there.
And I was there. Let me show you.
If you please.
I was younger then. I was good at climbing trees. I was younger then. I saw everything. I was hidden all the time. It was easier to climb. I was younger then. I saw everything. Where they came and where they went. I was part of the event. I was someone in the tree. I was younger then.
Tell him what I see.
I am in a tree, I am 10. I am in a tree.
I was younger then.
In between the eaves I can see. Tell me what I see. I was only 10.
I see men and matting. Some are old, some chatting.
If it happened, I was there. I saw everything. I was someone in the tree.
Tell him what I see.
Some of them have gold on their coats.
One of them has gold. He was younger then.
Someone crawls around passing notes.
Someone very old.
He was only 10.
And there's someone in the tree.
For the day is incomplete. Without someone in the tree, nothing happened here. I am hiding in the tree.
I'm a fragment of the day.
If I were a Jew to say, things would happen here the way
That they happened here. It's the fragment of the day. I am here still.
It's the ripple, not the sea. Not the building, but the beam. Not the garden, but the stone. Not the treaty house. Someone in a tree. Pardon me, am here, if you please, I am also
They
here.
kept drinking cups of tea. They kept sitting on the floor. They drank many cups of tea. Oh, we told him that before.
If you please, I am here.
You are where?
In the treaty house.
In the treaty
or
house.
very near.
Can you hear?
I'm below.
So I noticed.
Underneath the floor, and so I can't see anything. I can hear them, but I can't see anything.
But you can hear.
But I can hear. Shall I listen?
If you please.
I can hear them now. I shall try to shift my knees. I can hear them now. I hear everything. I'm the part that's underneath. With my sword inside my sheath, I can hear them now. One is over me. If they knock, then I appear. I'm a part of what I hear. I'm the fragment underneath. I can hear them now.
Tell us what you hear.
First I hear a creak and a thump. Now I hear a clink. Then they talk a bit. Many times they shout when they speak. Other times they think or they argue it. I hear floorboards groaning, angry growls, much droning. Since I hear them, they are there. As they argue it, I'm the listener underneath.
Someone reads a list from a box.
Someone talks of laws. Then they fan a bit.
Someone bangs a fist.
Someone knocks. Now there was applause. And they argue it. But we won. No, you can't. And we won't. But we need it. And we want. Will you grant? If you don't, we concede it. And they sat the night. They left yellow. I'm on track.
And they said, signing papers, I am there still. If I warrant who's to say that they're happening.
It's the fragment, not the day. It's the pebble, not the stream. It's the ripple, not the sea. That is happening. Not the building, but the beam. Not the garden, but the stone. Only cups of tea and history. And someone in a train.